see, Twitter and everything wasn't as big nowadays as it is. So there's a lot of stuff about organizations now that get exposed because you can have an employee that don't like a place and will go and expose everything about the place on Twitter. People gonna read it and they can formulate their own opinions. So when we was coming to the NFL, there was still this very romanticized view of the NFL. This is very pre-Kaepernick, pre-protest, pre-all this. So it was still like that was the pinnacle. You never thought like when people tell you it's a business, you was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. It's not no business. This is just football, man. It's fun. And so we had this very, like I said, romanticized view of the NFL. And my second year, I was, like I said, I played really good my freshman year, my rookie year. And so I really didn't think I had that welcome to NFL moment other than that tackle from Patrick Willis. But my really on the field and off the field moment, that moment where it really hit my brain, I started playing I wasn't playing that well. And I started getting those in those mentions, like people just starting to say some things to me that I was like, yo, like, I've never spoke that I'm not gonna say I've never wronged nobody, but I've never talked bad to nobody. Like I just wasn't raised like that to where I could look at somebody and just talk bad to them. Like if you was my homie, we teammates, we could talk junk, but just somebody I don't know. And so people started like getting on me. It was affecting my game. I didn't know how to block stuff out at that time at all. And I still work on it today. But I remember it was affecting my play. And Coach Kelly, he gets a bad rap sometimes, man, but I judge people how they treat me. And he came to me and he could tell I was struggling. He said, Jordan, let me tell you something. He said, 80% of people don't care about your problems and 20% are glad you got them, and walked off. And that was a moment, bro, for me where I was just like, dang, like, I mean, that was one of the, like, I'm talking to you guys about that right now because of how that junk affected me. Where I was like, man, you better be able to cultivate your own joy in this game. Because when you up, when you down, when you doing just okay, bro, like everything that we do now, especially in the NFL, this junk is performance-based. This is not unconditional love. This is none of that. Like, if you're not performing, you are out. Yep. They do not care. But the second you get hurt, watch who talks to you in that building and watch who don't. You know, you got very few relationships in your life where you can honestly say that, like, okay, my performance, like, doesn't matter. I honestly think it's hard to think of really any, because even in marriage, I have an amazing marriage. There's still a point where I got to do the right things in order to make this thing go. Yep. Okay. Outside of my relationship with Yahweh, I think that's the only one where I can honestly say, like, no matter what I do, I still feel like he loves me. You know what I'm saying? And I throw my wife next. She's unbelievable with how she still is with me even when I do stupid stuff. But when I tell you, it's like at that moment I was like, dog, ain't no love out here. Like 100%, there's no love out here. We gonna learn a lot of things too we're gonna break it down on team, and that matters because I think understanding how to be a part of a team, understanding how to build teamwork and cultivate community, those things matter. But understand, the second your performance falls off, oh, you out. Yeah. Like you're not looked at the same. They see you totally different from what you thought you were before, and so that was one of those really welcome to the NFL moments. I was like, man, when people say it's a business, that was really when I started. And then even more so, I know you're probably gonna ask me about the trade situation. That's when it even hit another level to the point where I really got to the point, okay, I gotta start figuring out how is Jordan Matthews, the man, gonna start navigating life and navigating this realm.